Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have to start by saying that nothing intimidates me more but to speak in front of an audience in a room that exudes an aura of intelligence. So bear with me. So my presentation this evening is subdivided into two categories. The first part is me giving a personal memoir of my own observation of my recent trip to the Philippines. As the very good sir has explained earlier, I've recently won Miss Summer World 2018 and I have had the privilege to be able to do my homecoming, bring forth the crown and sash to my countrymen who are always very proud of their fellow countrymen, women, to achieve something, may it be in the field of Olympics or beauty pageant for that matter. We take beauty pageants seriously in the Philippines. I don't know if you closely observe. It's like the Olympics of the Philippines. Only that we have to do grace under pressure. But the training is relatively the same. Right. Can I just have a quick recap about the last three speakers that have graced before me? Very powerful speeches. First of all, the first speaker has enumerated us and has given us a bird's eye view about the current Philippine model, which we are all here, the current Philippine peace model that we have, which I think really helps everyone on this platform to just sustain that. The second speaker, meanwhile, has talked about the importance of trickling down the effect of government's efforts towards the most vulnerable and needed, the grassroots of Philippine economy, and that's, our impoverished Filipino people. The third speaker has graciously talked about the reality dose, has given us actually a reality dose of the movement of the Philippines in terms of peace process in the millennial way. It's about each and everyone's solo contributions towards bridging peace. And I think that's very, very millennial way. Thank you. So, yes, that's me. And what you see, ladies and gentlemen, are bits of pictures of my hometown. This is the first part of my speech now. This is very personal for me because what you're about to witness are all nothing politics, nothing political, nothing too heavy. It's just a memory lane for me. I want to take you to my hometown, the Philippines. Catbalogan, where I actually come from, is the third largest island in the Philippines. It is populated with 641,000, more or less 70, 80. There is a cable television, so that's fine. And my hometown is the provincial capital. We say it in Spanish, the pueblo, the capital. We're in the trading capital, the port, airport, where people bring their goods to sell. Tourism spots include Sohoton Caves, the National Park in Pasay, also famous in manufacturing beautiful designed ornaments. We have old churches and delicacy. I am such a big foodie, so the food from where I come from is just to die for. When I won Miss Summer World, I'm forgetting the speech that I've prepared, but it's fine. When I won Miss Summer World, my main platform was to make the Philippines the next tourism destination in United Kingdom, largely in the whole of Europe. I just think now more than ever, this is the time that the world knows how beautiful my country is. Mike has said to us that the efforts, 10 years efforts of the government leaders, we are actually enjoying that because there has been a rise of tourism arrivals in the Philippines, and the biggest one is actually British tourists. So we are very, very happy with that. Apart from my main platform of promoting tourism, I also wanted to do a community give back. I felt that I am one of those lucky few who are able to be sent in a developed country with a Western education. I wanted to inspire. I aspire to inspire. I remember my speech in front of hundreds of high school students in my old high school where I studied. And I told them to dream big. I told them that there's nothing that should stand between them and their dreams. That there's no voices that should be louder than their own voice. Because when people are empowered, they can be great achievers. And who else contributes better to the economy, to the peaceful process, but empowered people, educated, that is. This is why, when I went home to the Philippines, I made sure I collect money from people of my own friends, people I can touch and tell my story, because I always believe that educating our children is the key to alleviating poverty incidents in my country. These are intelligent students who dreams big of help. Their only dream is to help their family, not even to become a barrister or even to become the next prime minister. Their only dream is to come off from poverty, to have 3 food meals per day, to be able to have something to wear, to have love and warmth at home. Therefore, when I had given the platform, this sash, this crown, where people can actually look at me and listen to me, that has given me a massive window of opportunity to bring my story to these people, to say, you know what? You can actually help. This is what I'm going to do. Would you like to help? And they actually did. I was able to bring 300 school supplies to all the daycare children who are aged between 5 to 7. They were happy, having crayons, pencils, and paper. Can I just play this? This is an own video that I took. And I want you to see how happy and just synergy these kids are. These are taking...
Kapitan Kaping, marigini na kay baga may importante na rin kadto, medyo pakalas man good luck. And ato ni Summer World 2018. Paghayan.
So, nothing is refreshing just to see kids who are excited to go back to school because they have new paper. How can you go to school? How can you take notes when you actually don't have a new pencil? So that was one of my initiatives. And then afterwards, I want to talk about the harsh reality. Why I feel so privileged and why I did what I did when I did my homecoming. Apart from the glamour, the parade, and everything, I wanted to do something much more substantial. Something that really strikes a chord into someone's heart. Based on the latest poverty estimates released by the Philippine Statistics Authority, around 3 in every 10 families in my region are poor. A family of 5 in Eastern Visayas, that's my region as well, needed at least 6,232 on average in pesos to meet families' basic food and needs. That is equivalent to 90 pounds. And that's the whole family. 90 pounds per month they just need to be able to help a family of 5 to 7. So I was there for a month in the Philippines. And when I was there was a massive aftermath still of the Typhoon Haiyan. Thousands of people perished in my hometown. We were struck by the eye of the typhoon. I am 2 hours away from Tacloban City, where the biggest disaster occurred. One of my high school teachers passed away in a landslide. This is my way to help them, because I couldn't help much. I'm away from them. This is called Gawad Kalinga. You volunteer hours for free to rebuild homes. We have constructed 40 houses already, and they are ready for inhabitants in the early of next year. These people have been assessed according to those who needed it most. People with vulnerabilities, family, small children, women, and obviously for those who have their loved ones have perished. We did a medical supply because unlike you guys, we don't have free NHS. We wanted to do a free eye checkup. How can you appreciate life if a simple 1-hour operation of cataract removal, which is only like £100, is not even afforded by somebody? How can you not see the beauty of life, go to work, help your family and children, or even read the news? So we did a free eye checkup. And can we play this one so that you can see how many people have fallen in line in a queue from 5 a.m.
Relax na. Plus 100. Plus 100 minus 0.75. 27. Yes, 150 plus 150. Minus 25.
Say hi, say hi.
Yes, hi.
Can we move to the next slide? I'm almost finished, don't worry. Now, why you've seen the harsh reality, I want to offer you the beauty of my hometown, of my country. This is the colorful festival. It's a fiesta, wherein everyone, you walk into a room, they give you a plate. You're free to eat. That's how we love our guests. And can we play the video? Again, this is all about the importance of featuring traditions, culture. Now, the tourist spots that I have said to you are these. They are all natural resources, God-given. We may not have much in money, but we have a lot in nature, bountiful blessings of warmthness of our heart. The one that you see here is the banig weaving, which is one of the oldest technique and the oldest as well in the country, which is from my hometown. Traditionally, it was done to intricately weave seagrass, or tikog, as we colloquially say it, designed as a sleeping mats normally, but eventually has evolved into luxury handbags and purses, which I'm going to show you later on. This is how we did branding in my hometown. From the simple community of women who does weaving, gossips, talks about politics, talks about their livelihood, about their neighbor, but at the same time, they have transported it into a big global branding now. This is called Lara Samar. Lara because it's from the colloquial word paraglara, which means the people who weaved. And I am so happy to become a brand ambassador for them, and I promise to take them to London. I'm wearing one of those like beads once from the Philippines, so that's why I changed my sash, especially made by them. You have Aimee Marcos there, who visited our Lara booth, supported. Yes, in Artifino. Artifino is a trade show wherein they help the finest artisans, craftsmanship in Robinson's, in Rockwell. So we have taken it into the next level of having it a world-class product. Now, we were talking about peace. Development and peace has a long history of involvement in the Philippines. Its community development program is focused on land reform, agriculture, and access to resources for impoverished rural and urban communities. Areas of concern with the Philippine National Police are due to election-related violence, presence of private armed groups, insurgency problem, and intense political rivalry. Normally, those were the ones that they have told me. Sources of my speech is directly from my local mayor. She said, again, I'm giving you a micro level. I'm not talking about the whole Philippines per se. I'm just talking about my hometown, and hopefully we can draw a model from it. Catbalogan City Peace and Order Report, she said that she had allocated 22 million pesos budget on maintaining peace, law, and order in the city. It is aligned with the national government programs such as providing livelihood and infrastructure development such as farm-to-market roads, the construction of our new airport and new ports, because we are a fishing community, so we needed more fish ports. She also established a Center for Children in Conflict with Law, or CICL. There's a lot, there are children who are in conflict with law, and normally they are underage. And because of that, it's really important to have a designated area wherein these children can be rehabilitated. And that's what she's making sure of. It's ensuring that every village as well has a violence against children and women desk, so that they can easily report, have mobile phones, and not fear of being left out. We have the Bantay, sorry for that typo, we have the Bantay Dagat for the protection against illegal fishing. This is really important in my hometown because one of our biggest export is our dried fish. We also have the PNP active against drugs and illegal gambling. Catbalogan in 2018 is the safest town in Samar for having a low crime incidence in the province. The crime rate is decreasing every year, and this is, she said, due to the CCTV cameras that are installed in the city and a 24-hour command center. What are the challenges? So in a phone interview, I've asked her, what do you find difficult? She said it's the mandate to enforce law and order vis-a-vis a democratic kind of governance. She believes in public participation, and sometimes when they have to enforce the law, people get aggy about human rights and issues like that, and they become the ones in fault. And let me close my speech by saying a famous quote by Ronald Reagan. Peace is not an absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by a peaceful means. Also, in closing, I would like to say that the most powerful movement in the history were often efforts of young people like us, whom others would consider weak and untrained for this kind of job, but we actually changed the world. Thank you very much.